Hey, good morning. Welcome to the Early Bird Gets the Word Daily Devotion. A few minutes late here. Sorry about that. But I come out here and actually maybe I can get this guy in the frame. You see him right there on the light behind me? He'll probably fly off when I get a bit closer. That's an old barn swallow. He just flew off. And there's another one. They tend to build around here year after year. And you can see we have boxed this in over the years because they like to make nests there. And so we try to box it in because, they make a mess. These old barn swallows do. And so we've tried to prevent it, but I found out that they're just very persistent in what they do. And even though we boxed all these in, they find every little nook and cranny to try to build a nest in. And this morning it just kind of hit me thinking about that and thinking about what tries to nest and make a nest in our mind, no matter how much we try to block or no matter how we try to protect. It's like these little barn swallows that come into our lives and make a nest in our mind that don't need to be there. 2 Corinthians 10:5 says, casting down imaginations and every high thing that exalteth itself against the knowledge of God, and bringing into captivity every thought. And it says to the obedience of Christ, and see, these little barn swallows here, they just don't come and have a whole nest and have it all built all at once. They do it a little at a time. And I've been watching them for a few days here. And, they just bring a little piece at a time, and you'll come back and you'll notice there's a little bit more of that nest built than there was before. And it's just a little at a time. And that's how it happens really in our lives, friends. It's not one day you wake up and you say, well, I'm done with all this. It's a little at a time. And it's like these barn swallows, they're very persistent in bringing their pieces until they have their whole nest there. And then you can even knock the nest down, and I did that the other day, so they didn't even get it built. But guess what? I come back, and they're trying to build again. But for us, what can we learn from this is the scripture says in 2 Corinthians 10:5, casting down imaginations and everything that exalted itself against God, and bringing into captivity every thought that is obedience to Christ. We do have to be vigilant about the thing that's trying to nest in our own minds, these thoughts, these doubts that we can have in our lives, and say, did God really do that for you? And making us doubt and forget all the wonderful blessings that Jesus Christ has done for us in our lives. So what we need to do is be vigilant. How do we be vigilant? Through prayer, through seeking God, through His Word, through being amongst believers and not forsaking the assembling ourselves together. That keeps us with our mind on Christ, and so that Christ can work in our hearts, that we don't harden our hearts, that we keep our hearts softened. And if we do those things, then we have the spiritual eyes to see what is going on, and we can understand with our mind, because many times we think it's a head problem when it's a heart problem. But if we keep our hearts soft, that God can move on it, then He can renew our minds. And we need to be vigilant in doing that. And then when we see that those things are trying to take root, we can cast down those thoughts and those imaginations that's against God and the things of God. Just like these my little friends, the barn swallows here, when I see them start to build a little bit more, I'll just take a broom and take something and I'll just knock down what they put up, and be vigilant so that they don't build back. Because if they build back, they will certainly nest. They will make a mess of everything around here, and nobody wants that. And it's the same in our hearts and our minds, friends. If we allow them to build, and those thoughts, they'll build up, and eventually they'll nest there, and they'll make a mess out of your heart and your head and your home. So don't let them do that. Don't let them make a nest. Stay vigilant with those thoughts, and seek Christ and seek God and the things of God, and He'll bless you. God bless you. We hope you have a wonderful day. Please remember to share this on social media. It's you that multiplies the message when you share this with others. Lord willing, we'll see you Monday morning when another Early Bird Gets the Word Daily Devotion. God bless. See you then.